Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And today we are talking about the word Magi. And in the Holy Bible, it is said that there were 3 wise men that were sent to the baby Jesus. We have to have an understanding that the king at the time was the ones who were sending these 3 wise men to the baby Jesus for the birth of baby Jesus. And we're all aware of that Christmas event that they have, the narration of the Christmas event of the 3 wise men coming to give frankincense and myrrh and gold and different gifts. But in many cases this doesn't make any sense, because if they came to give the gold and all of these things to Jesus, then they would have been like, okay, y'all come on out of here, and you're not going to be in a manger. You're not going to be in a manger where the cows and the animals have to sleep if I'm coming to bring you these gifts. And just look at them. Okay, so and many times these people, these kings, were not very happy about when a child was going to be born that is going to overthrow them or the system, or expose them and the system. And we see this with the birth of Moses as well. So we have an understanding that these 3 wise men that were sent out, they wasn't sent out in good faith, so to speak. And so we take a look at the word, wise men and magi, that's still used in the Holy Book. So let's take a look at the word in the Bible, Magi. It's plural of magus. It refers to a group of foreign religious figures from the East, most likely astrologers from Persia, who followed a star to worship the infant Jesus in Bethlehem. Okay, so we have this understanding that they followed the star to worship baby Jesus. And I'm not trying to, discredit anything here, but what I'm saying that in many cases, in any kind of place where there is a king, and if you are undermining, your birth is going to undermine the king. Your birth is made aware by this North Star. Your birth is made aware of astrologers and people who were magicians at the time. At these times, only men were magicians. Only men. There were certain women, but there were mostly men who were magicians at this time. So we have to have this understanding. This is what we have to understand, that when these people are using the word Magi in connection with the king, that they were talking about the wise men. They were talking about the 3 wise men. They were magicians. Okay, so let's see what AI says about these 3 wise men who were, going to look for the baby Jesus in Bethlehem. It says the meaning of the origin of the word Magi. Priestly caste. The term Magi originated from the old Persian word magus, referring to the Zoroastrian priestly caste of ancient Persia and Media. I think it's Media. So astrologers and scholars, these figures were renowned for their knowledge of astrology, interpreting dreams, and other occult natural sciences. Connection to magic. Over time, the term associated with these practices led to its use to describe sorcerers and magicians, though in the Gospel of Matthew, it retains the original wise man meaning. So in those times, the magicians were called the wise man. The magicians who were being sent to find the baby Jesus, to give him the frankincense and myrrh and silver and gold and all of these, things that we have derived from, these Christmas stories, from the Bible perspective, that the Magi and the wise men, they were the same. From the perspective of the Bible, then we will also have those understandings when we have shamans in villages and people that, use different means of healing or different means of obtaining knowledge, whether it is through, the stars, the science, or using divination. They were actually magicians. This is what they were studying, and this is what they called the wise man. And it is still being used today. So in many cases, a lot of these wise men would inform the king of, divinations that they had done, and they were seeing this birth, the birth of a chosen one child, the birth of, a chosen one in Bethlehem. So they were able to pinpoint with this star because they were astrologers. And they were able to pinpoint, where this child was being born. The chosen one, baby Jesus. So these are in many ways the same way that these people are using to gain knowledge on chosen ones today. And I just wanted to bring you this type of information so that you understand that these people are able to go to these fortune tellers, these root workers, these magicians, these sorcerers, and gain information about you. If they were doing it then, they are doing it now. And these are the things that we fight against, that we have to heal ourselves from these people trying to tap into our lives, our energy, by going to these fortune tellers and root workers. We can shield ourselves from those, but even more than that, there are people who will use this type of information to attack you as a child. There are people who are in high places, who are in government positions, who are in scientific positions, who want to study you, who want to study your brain, who want to attack you. People who have been dispatched in order to attack you and find you, in order to harm you. So we have these types of people still here today that are, setting up on the chosen one and using divination, using any kind of sorcery that they have, and the people, the sorcerers, to steal information about the chosen ones, steal information, use information from the universe in order to attack chosen ones. They were doing it then. It is in the Holy Bible. It is also in the Holy Quran. And this is where we have to understand that we have to shield our energy. We have to shield our gifts. We have to cloak our energy, and we have to cloak our energy from these people who can, jump bodies, to harm the chosen ones, to steal the energy, to bring them in that, low vibrational state that they want them in by unaliving them. So we have people who are in high places who were sending out those frequencies then. There are people who still try to steal information from the stars, jinns and spirits that, evil, malevolent, jumping body spirits, jinns that use the universe in order to attack and find the chosen ones. And usually, again, we have to cloak our gifts. We have to, shield our light. And we cannot let these people pinpoint us. And in many ways, a lot of our parents were trying to shield us from those attacks from these people, because these jinns, these evil spirits, these people that have been sent here, inserted in order to attack the chosen ones up on earth, especially when they are a child and vulnerable. So a lot of people understand that also you will have the story of Jesus that has also been told as a fable that carries over into, today, where a spider was able to, weave a spider's web over his cradle in the manger, so that, they, in that way, he was hidden from the people who were trying to unalive him, who were trying to harm him. So in this way, we still have to understand, what were those 3 wise men sent to do? What were those 3 people, those scouts, sent out to do? Those agents. And we have Agent Smith today, and they had Agent Smiths back then. So I just wanted to give you this understanding that, certainly if those spirits can jump bodies, can inform an evil king about the birth of a child, the baby Jesus, peace be upon Jesus, at that time, then we will have those same types of, Agent Smiths inserted into our lives, tracking us, trying to harm us and unalive us. People in high places trying to unalive us because we carry the light that God has given us. We give God the praise, from the cradle and all the way up into adulthood. And we stand on business in that way. We stand for God. And it doesn't matter how many Agent Smiths they send. We are able to escape the evil clutches of these people in high places, these kings, this leadership of, this day and age. So we have to be very careful. And again, I give you, the warning to make sure that you arm yourselves. Make sure that you protect yourselves. Make sure that you store your food and water. Make sure that you are in a position that if you cannot afford where you are, if you cannot afford, to live, downsize, save your money, stop paying all these bills, stop trying to, worship pagan deities, these holidays, stop trying to be in alignment with the shayateen, because these people have been attacking you all of your life for most of us. And these agents have been tracking you all of your life for most of us. All of these agents are not evil. So this is where we have to, conclude our story. That if all of these agents are not evil that are tracking us, then we also have to understand that, we as the chosen ones have to believe in God to have the discernment of who is the good agents and who are the ones who are evil, who want to do scientific study upon the chosen ones, who want to harm the chosen ones, who want to unalive the chosen ones. So I thank all of you. You can reach out to me if you want to go in depth, a bit more in depth about this story, the baby Jesus and the 3 wise men. Please like, share, and subscribe to me. Let me know if someone has attacked you or your children as a child. You can leave a comment for me. Please make sure that you're watching these people who are in high places, who are kings, who are superior to you on your job, in your life, or anywhere in your community where you may be the lesser or they may feel that you are the lesser or want to bring you into a low vibrational state. Please book your one-on-one sessions with me. Book your one-on-one consultations with me so that I can acclimate a gift to your situations. Book your life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.